Hello everyone and welcome to the hands-on demo on Elastic Load Balancer. So in this demo, we will create a VPC with two public subnets. We will launch two EC2 instances with a basic web server. We will create a security group for the EC2 instances. Then we will create an application load balancer. We will configure the application load balancer target group to point to our two EC2 instances. Then finally we will test the load balancer and we will clean up the resources. So this is the high level demo overview. So we will create one EC2 in one public subnet, another EC2 instance in another public subnet. They are both inside a single availability zone, separate availability zone, and there will be a security group which will be which is like a firewall which will be protecting these two EC2 instances. Then we will create an application load balancer which is against security group inside a security group. Then this security group and this security group we will allow traffic. So this can actually start distributing traffic to these two EC2 instances, and from the browser we will check the web server which is running on both. So if we just try to refresh on our browser, it should sometimes serve from EC2 instance 1 or sometimes serve from EC2 instance 2. So first is to create a VPC. So I'll copy the VPC name and search VPC. So I'll open this in a new tab. Click on create VPC. Select the default option VPC and more. Paste the VPC name. Keep the CIDR block default. And we'll just check out the settings that we have to provide. So herein, make sure you check two availability zone. Second thing is two public subnet. There is no private subnet required. NAT gateway none and VPC endpoint none. So only this two AZs and two public subnet. So I come here, two AZs, two public subnets, zero private subnets, no NAT gateways, no VPC endpoints, default settings, and click on create VPC. So this will go ahead and create the VPC. And you can click on view VPC. So everything worked fine. So next, let's see. So next we will launch an EC2 instance. I'll copy the EC2 instance name from here. So VPC details are fine. So if I just search for EC2, I'll open this in a new tab. And I don't have any other EC2 running at the moment. I am in the US East 1 North Virginia default region. Click on launch instance. Give the name ELB demo instance 1. You select the default AMIs and the T2 micro. So I'll just pick the default AMI and default T2 micro. Key pair login, you can just select without a key pair because we will not have to log in to the machine. Under network settings, so herein all the changes are required. So just walk you through. So what changes are required? So make sure you select the VPC which you have just created, the custom VPC. Select the first public subnet. So I'll just choose US East 1 and make sure you enable the public IP, and make sure you, for this one, you have to create security group for the first one. So I am here and I will just click on edit. So change it from default to the one which we have created. Subnet, I'll just choose the US East 1 first subnet, and make sure you make it enable auto assign, and create security group launch wizard 1. You can keep this setting as it is, and configure storage default setting, advanced details. So herein we have to make a change. So this is the user data, and during the launch of EC2 instance, this will be run first. So I am just updating the packages and installing the Apache web server, starting the service, enabling the service, and I am just on the default index.html. I am overwriting the content, and it is saying hello from. It will just run this command. This is a fully qualified domain name fqdn command for the host name. So the index.html will show from which EC2 instance this is being served. So I'll copy the whole user data and go to launch instance and scroll down, and at the end copy the whole thing. So this is the default location for this Apache web server, and click on launch instance. So this will take some time. Meanwhile, we'll do the other steps. So then we have to launch another instance. So copy the name of instance. So this is being launched. I can go to instances and click launch instance. So same set of settings. So ELB demo instance 2, same AMI T2 micro without a key pair. Only network settings we have to modify. So make sure you select the custom VPC, and this one I'll be serving traffic from the second. So this is we are doing for high availability. So in most of the typical projects you will have multiple AZs. So make sure you spread out. So if one AZ goes down, your service or your application will still continue to work because they will load balance the traffic. Enable. So in this case, just select the existing because we have already created for the first one. So I can just say launch wizard 1. So this is the one which we have created before, and rest all settings are fine. Only for the second also we have to provide the user data. So I'll just take the whole script and paste it. Click on launch instance. So this will launch the second instance. So this will take some time and we will do the next steps. So the next step is to create a load balancer. So I go to EC2 dashboard and if I just expand, so I'll just show you. So if I just click on here, so and if I scroll down under the load balancing section, there is a load balancers. I will open also this in a new tab. I'll just click on instances, so I can see what is the progress of my instances. So 2 are started to 1 is running and second is initializing. So under load balancer, click on create load balancer, and there are 3 types: application, network and gateway. So we'll choose application and provide a name. So I just call it ELB demo ELB. Okay, and a scheme is internet facing IPv4, and then here in all the settings we have to change. And for the network mapping, so this you have to select which VPC it will be part of. So I am saying the project VPC, and make sure you select all your availability zones, and by default it will let you pick which subnet you want, but there is only one, so we don't have to do anything. So it gets automatically selected. Then security group. So herein we have to add a security group. So we have done this. Okay, so we will create a security group for this application load balancer. So I will remove this and I'll just click this link. It will open a new tab. So I just call this as ELB demo ELB SG security group. Paste. And we have to provide a description. So I provided a description, and make sure you select the custom VPC. Then inbound rules. So we have to add an inbound rule. So we are saying allow HTTP traffic from anywhere. So herein add a rule and custom TCP. So just type in HTTP and anywhere, and just say add rule. So one rule we have added, and outbound rules keep default, and tags nothing is required. So click create security group. Okay, so just there is an extra line, so I'll just delete that and create security group. So if I just go back to the previous tab, which is on the load balancer, if I just click on this, refresh, I should see the new security group. So I will just remove this, and I should see one. Okay, so moving down. So next section is listeners and routing. So it's listening on this particular port on this protocol, and we have to create a target group. So by default there is none. So just click this and it will open a new tab. I'll just take the settings. So we have seen this. So next is to create a target group. Select the instances type and give a name. So I'll just copy the name. So default instances, and so default type is instances and target group name. Only this is the one which is required, and protocol everything is fine. IP address type is IPv4, and project VPC. Protocol version is same, HTTP1. Health checks same. So there is no other setting. So we have seen all this, and click on next. So second part is step 2. You have to register the targets. So which EC2 instances will be part of this target group. So I select both of them and click on include as pending below. So both are part of now target group, and click on create target group. So this target group is created. Next, I just have to go back and add the target group. So I was on the application load balancer page. So just to refresh your memory. Okay, so now if I click on this, so we are doing listeners and routing. So I just click refresh. The target group which I have just created shows up. So scrolling down, and rest all settings are fine. We don't have to change anything. And just click on create load balancer. So load balancer is created. So now we have to allow incoming traffic from the ALB. So this is the step where we are saying we will go to the security group of EC2 instance, and we will add the second security group of the ALB. So now ALB should be able to go to EC2 instances. So I'll just modify the security group. So let's say I am in this page. Okay, security group. So I just click on security groups. So I'll just close this so that I have more space. So there are two security groups which we have created. This is protecting the EC2. EC2 are inside this, and this one is for the ALB, application load balancer. So application load balancer is inside this. So what I need to do is click on the first one, inbound rules. I have to click here and edit inbound rules, and I have to add one rule which says, so let me check the setting. It should be either HTTP. So so only have to add HTTP protocol. So custom, and just click this, and if you scroll down you should see this one. So let me explain what I am doing. So this is the ALB security group, and this is the one which I am modifying, and I am saying, so here I am saying that you allow allow this to this allow inbound from this particular application load balancer security group. Okay, so we have added this, and just click on save rules. So the rule has been saved. If I just double check it, and inside inbound rules, so it should look something like this. So this the source will be one more security group which belongs to the other one. As you can see, even it shows the name. So this is how it looks like. Then we will just test it out. So first we just copy the DNS name of application load balancer. So for this I go to the load balancer tab, and I'll just close this and click on details. So copy the DNS name, and open a new tab. If I just type in HTTP and paste the DNS name, so I am served from one of the EC2 instances. If I just refresh, so as you can see, it is changing from one EC2 to another EC2 because we have a load balancer in front. So it will just distribute the traffic. So we have tested this. Okay, now just clean up the resources. So first is to delete the load balancer. So I am on the load balancer tab and click on delete load balancer. Type in confirm. So load balancer is deleted. Next is to delete the target group. So I am on the target group tab. Click delete. So it's deleted. Next is to terminate or delete both the EC2 instances. So if I go here, EC2 instances dashboard, select both of it and terminate. So this is also being shut down. Next is to delete the security groups. So I am at the security groups page, and I will just select both of it. So these are the two, and actions, delete security groups. So still EC2 are being shutting down, so I just have to wait a few seconds. So let me go and check out the state. And let me try now. So I'll wait for a few seconds. So I'll try to delete one by one. So I'll check first of them, launch wizard 1, click actions, delete security groups, and click on delete. So that one is deleted. If I just refresh, so I'll check the other one and delete security groups and click on delete. So if I click refresh, so both the security groups have gone. Next is to finally delete the VPC. So if I go to the VPC tab, so I am on the VPC page, so you can go back and check whether you are on the right one. So project VPC, click that, actions, and delete VPC. Type in delete. So VPC is also deleted, and there will be a default VPC only left. And that's all. Thanks for watching.